Are you doing this work to facilitate growth or to become famous? Which is more important, getting or letting go?
All right, so I feel like this need to be said. Sometimes in life we could find ourselves by ourselves. That don't necessarily mean being alone physically. You can be around people and, still feel alone. Sometimes we need to be alone. So sometimes we gotta make a left on red, you feel me? While everybody else going one way, it's another path calling us. So what I'm saying is layered. And it's really to drive home the point of understanding that you're on your own journey. And like I said, it's layered. So many times you get left on red. You reach out, you try to communicate, you try to come to an agreement. And the other side of the energy don't really want to come to no solutions, you know what I mean? Get no understanding. Shit, sometimes people just don't want to be bothered. Sometimes people will holler at you later. And, sometimes you could get to a point where you feel like you got abandoned and shit, you know what I'm saying? And if you've been abandoned in the past, like I said, what I'm saying is layered. So if you've been abandoned in the past, it could rekindle that flame. So you're so used to being left on red that you expect. I'm just speaking the shit that we actually go through at some point in life. Sometimes you chasing after people, after attention and shit like that, and I feel like nobody give a fuck. You feel like you left on red. And real talk, that happened for a reason though. Because everything happened for a reason. Sometimes relationships and shit will just fall away out your life. Things will fall out your life, you know what I'm saying? Things will lose its touch, lose its glare, lose that, that good feeling that it give you. And it's time to go a different route, a different way. And like I always say, just that way be some way that you got to pave and make sometimes. Sometimes you got to go against the grain while everybody else following the rules and they making the right turns, they making their left on green. You make the left on red and go and make your own lane and do your own shit. And sometimes you can find yourself like feeling like, oh shit, so I miss the old times, or I miss the old days and how it used to be, and following the rules or whatever, or walking in a certain path with everybody else and shit like that. But you be knowing, like, if I wouldn't have just made that left while everybody else was doing the right thing and doing it the correct way, or following all the rules and shit like that, you realize, like, I'm different. My path is different. I had to go a different way. All I'm saying is, we on the path of our own. Sometimes our path cross, sometimes it's a fork in the road. And I just think my point is, just never forget that part. It'll help you appreciate the time that you got doing the things that you're doing, the time that you got with the people that you're around, And not take it for granted and have to look back in retrospect and wish and be in regret and resentment and shit. And guilt sometimes and shame and all that. Like I said, I just be feeling like stuff like this need to be said for the people that, all of us, sometimes we carry that feeling around like we've been we've been left or abandoned or some shit, left on red. Like, oh shit, you seen me, you heard me, and you just ain't fuck with it. And sometimes you gotta leave things, people, and shit like that on red too. It's gonna call out to you. It's gonna text you. It's gonna, try to get in touch, try to influence, and you have to leave that shit on red. Like, yeah, I see you. I heard you. I saw it. I just ain't respond or react. Sometimes you gotta leave habits, you gotta leave certain ways and shit like that. You gotta leave it on red. It's gonna reach out though. It's gonna keep reaching out. And that's why I don't really feel people that only show a certain side of themselves. Like, I don't really connect with that. People like, they following the rules. They going along with the herd, They don't understand something when it's in construction. They don't understand something when it's in transition and transformation. Like, we all should be changing. I know we all go through things. We all should be changing. But a lot of people don't change. A lot of people just go through harsh experiences, crazy shit, whatever the case may be, and they don't really change or learn. So you be having to leave shit on red with them. Because your conversation different. You're not gonna be in them spaces that they in for real no more like that. You know what I mean? You can still have love for them, but I really realized, like, yeah, do come a time you got to part ways with, everything. Everything got its season. So like I said, sometimes it'll be you. It'll hurt sometimes too. Like, damn, I really thought it was this, or you might have thought that was a forever situation or whatever. But it don't always be like that. We hope for the best. But in life, when it's time for you to step into a new season of your life and you growing and you expanding, you ain't gonna be able to tap in with the same energy you used to tap in with and get in touch with that unless you willing to go backwards. That's not what we're here for. So get caught up and be trying to fuck with some energy that you know is dead, that you know it ain't there, you know it's over with. You know it's like oil and water now, but you still trying to belittle yourself back down to it or still act like you still there. You still one of them. You're not one of them no more. Don't think like that no more. You don't move like that. Like, it is what it is. It'll hurt for a while. You'll get over it. Got memories. Shit was real when it was what it was. But like I said, that's why it's like, yeah, I remind myself for the most part, yo, you better appreciate it while it's here. and appreciate it while you here. I think that's the realization we all striving to come to. Like, just back to the moment where you could just fuck with it while it's there. I mean, we definitely here to leave our mark. We here to create our own lane, period. So sometimes you got to make a left on red, like I said. Sometimes you get left on red. Sometimes you got to lead people on red, you know. It is what it is. It's really multi-dimensional.